What is going on, beautiful people? It is your boy Knowledge. Today we're going to talk about what I learned building $1 million plus notary business. And I'm super excited to talk about this with you guys. So after being in the notary business for going on 10 years, making millions in the notary business and having days where we make over 10K plus in revenue each day, I'm more than qualified to talk to you guys about this. I want to show you kind of like what it takes, the mindset that I had, and what I learned around this process. And if you guys want to see some numbers yourself, go ahead and click in the link in the bio. In there's going to be a free training where I break down everything that I've learned. I pull up some live numbers so you can see yourself. And I just break everything down step by step on what we do in our company so you guys can see it for yourself. But anyways, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump straight into the business. So what did I learn building out the $1 million plus notary business? Honestly, we could put $1 million plus because we far past that already now. But anyways, what did I learn doing this? And just to kind of like take a step back, when I first moved over to getting into the notary business, this wasn't my intention. I was not trying to make $1 million. It wasn't just like it's not that I didn't think it was impossible. It just wasn't something that I was trying to do until I think we got around $40,000 a month. And then I was like, you know what? Let's go for it. Let's just go ahead and go for it. And then, I mean, we just got there with time. But when I first started off, honestly, I was just trying to escape poverty. I was just trying to make some money so that I didn't have to eat the same thing every day. Like, full transparent with you, I was eating the same thing every single day. Wasn't going out because I didn't have any money to go out, and just staying home and working on the business every single day. And I just want to get to a point where I could just eat what I want to eat. That was it. That was my goal. I want to be able to pay rent and eat what I want to eat. But what did I learn along the way? What did I learn along the journey? I learned, first things first, that revenue means nothing without margin. So when you go on social media, a lot of times you're going to see, let me put this in here for you guys. A lot of times when you go on social media, you're going to see people talking about, oh, the big months that they've made money. But sometimes they're talking about revenue, right? And what I've learned in the past from my mentors and just in the game of business is that they say revenue is for vanity, profit is for sanity. Revenue looks good when you talk about it, but what really matters at the end of the day is profit. Because who cares if you made $100,000 for the month, but then you only profited to that $2,000. You know what I'm saying? Who cares? I guess if you want to do banking and you want to get technical with it, then you can get jiggy with it like that. But what I'm saying is the revenue means nothing without your profit. So you need to be tracking your profit margins to understand, like, okay, this is what I'm actually making. This is what I actually take home. Because what matters at the end of the day is what are you taking home? What money do you actually get to keep, and what money goes to taxes, and what money just dwindles down into thin air and you don't see it anymore. So I learned really early on that everything just comes back down to the profit, man. The profit is what you want to pay attention to. I don't care about your revenue. I don't care about all of that stuff. What is your profit? What are you doing, right? So big sales don't matter if your profit is weak, right? So figure out how to be as profitable as possible per each sale that's coming in. That's going to take you a long way. Next up is systems beat your talent, right? It's always better to have a good system than it is to just have a really good employee. And don't get me wrong, I love having great employees, but you want to have a great system because the business can't depend on just on one good employee. It has to become, or one good notary. It has to depend on the system. So what you do when you're creating a business, and what I've learned along the way is, even if it takes you a long time to build out a rock solid system, you can bring in a low performing employee. All they have to do is stick to the system that you placed out in front of them that you've made, and they can perform well because the system's already made. You see what I'm saying? If they have something to follow, if there's a rubric and they just do these 3 steps, like if they come to your business and the system says do this, this, and this, you can take anybody from off the street darn near and just tell them to do these 3 things and you'll be good. But it works that way because you created a strong enough system for it to work for you. So that's why I realized, like, okay, cool. The type of employees you have matter. The type of team that you have matter. But what's even more important is making sure you have a rock solid system. So I remember reading one of my books. I think it was called Mastering the Rockefeller Habits. I don't remember. It was probably Mastering the Rockefeller Habits, or maybe a book by Dan Martell. I can't remember exactly, but it was saying you don't want to lean on good people. You don't want to lean on having that one good employee. You want to lean on your system, and then your system is what makes everything flow for you. So that was it. Next up is speed wins customers. This is probably the one thing that's kind of like stood me apart from many other people in the business, because I always talk about it, and like I usually say 99%, but it's not 99. It's probably like 95%. I'll say 95% of notaries out there don't answer their phone. And it's so weird. It's like, why go through the process of getting your commission, studying for the test, getting your stamp, getting your errors and omission, learning how to do all these documents, if you're not going to answer the phone when you finally get a client? And I've realized that is one of the things that I've seen over and over. And I learned that from my business coach as well. He said, if you have speed in business, you can go so fast that you can propel. It's kind of like a plane. The faster you're going, you can actually take off. You can take off, and then you can avoid any problems that might have come because you had speed. You're bringing in money fast enough to fix your problems and then get better with each iteration. So speed wins customers. So that means answering the phones fast, responding fast, getting their service done fast and correctly. These things not only give them a good experience, a good customer experience working with you, but you want to get these customers in and out, man. Get them in and out. Give them the service that they need. Don't drag things on. Don't make the process complicated and hard and stressful to where they feel like, why did I even do business with this person? You want to have a well-oiled machine, which is going back to number 2, while having a good system is correct, because when it's well-oiled, people can flow through your system really fast. Think about when you order on Amazon. You can literally order something from Amazon with 2 clicks. You can click on the object that you want, and you can click on buy now. They make it super easy, super smooth system. And I will say one of the things that I learned for Hermosi is you want to optimize for efficiency, and then you add friction later. So optimize for what's going to bring you in, what's going to be the most efficient thing for you to do, i.e. the speed to get to where you need to get to, and then you add in all the fancy stuff into the business. But get what you need to get done first, make it as efficient as possible, and then move on to the next thing. Honestly, just do it like that. You don't need to overcomplicate it, because it's not necessary to do that. Next up is quality control protects the brand. One bad client can be worth like 10 good clients, right? So quality control protects your brand. Let me write that down for you. And what I mean by that is, and this is why I'm super like, if a client is not having a good process or a good like experience with you, you want to make sure that you get in front of it rather than behind it. What I tend to see in multiple different types of businesses is when a client is giving you a hard time, people like to run away from the client, duck them, dodge them, and then before you know it, they go on social media and they slander your business name. But when they do things like these stuff actually hurts the brand, and I think it hurts the brand more than these people that are slandering you even know. You know what I'm saying? Like they're hurting people and putting people's jobs that don't have anything to do with it at risk as well. But it doesn't matter to them. It just, what needs to matter to you as a business owner is understanding that quality control is going to be what protects your brand. And good quality control comes from having a good system and speed. So all of these kind of build on each other, number 2 and number 3. So if you have a good system, then it's easy for your customer to go through the system and have everything work out smoothly for them, especially if their things are getting done fastly and efficiently. And if somebody's having a bad problem or a bad issue, reaching back out to them immediately to solve the issue is a lot better than dragging it on and making it take days. You see what I'm saying? Because each day that passes, they're just getting more and more pissed. So you need to get ahead of these things. Like, and one thing I'll even say, like I've seen within my company and other companies as well, is when somebody is not having a good time or a good experience with your company, people like to email them and take their time and kind of just like, have a back and forth. I just call them. I call them and say, hey, I'm so sorry. Just you connect with people. Just be a human. You know what I'm saying? Especially with AI around, people just like to talk to humans. So I call them, or you have your CSR call them and just say, hey, we apologize. What is going on? We just want to clarify the situation to make sure you're good to go. This doesn't usually happen. I just want to make sure you're good. I'm taking the time out to, you know what I'm saying? Just connect with the customer, make sure that they're having a good problem, be apologetic. The customer is always right, and just walk them through. What can we assist you with right now to make your problem? What's the biggest thing that's stressing you out? Okay, cool. We're going to go ahead and handle that. Don't even stress it. We apologize. That's on us. We dropped the ball on this. We're taking full accountability. Don't even worry about it. We're on top of it. It's way better to just do that, especially if you know you screwed up, than to like run around and, procrastinate and stuff like that. So get ahead of it. Tracking your numbers changes everything as well. The more and deeper I get into business, the more I'm realizing, like, you know what, which I've already known, but the more numbers you can get, the more data points in each area of your business you can track, the better it is, because it gives you a full scope on your entire business, right? And it tells you exactly what you need to focus on, exactly what you need to tweak. So some of the numbers I'm talking about is like your calls, your bookings, your close rates, your profit per job, and your average spend per customer, the amount of repeat clients you got. All of this tell a story. And when you're able to read the data, first off, you even have to have the data. First, you can read it. Once you can read it, you can be like, okay, this is low, so I need to work on this. This is low, so I need to work on this, that, and the third. But you don't know that stuff until you track the numbers. So that's what it is. Next up, hiring is a real bottleneck for you. So you need to find reliable people and train them well. But one of the things that you can do to kind of shortcut this is having a good system. Even when it comes to hiring and the training process, all of this can be automated in the sense of you have a system that they go through. You can have a way that you can test them, and then you just grow from there. That's one of the things I learned building it. So what I do, like in my company, when I do anything, I'm like as you guys know, I like making videos. That's why I make these videos. This is just a passion. So I do that within the business too. Everything I'm doing, I record it and I put it into a SOP, standard operating procedure. I put it into a SOP so I can send it to other people so I don't have to do the same thing again. So it's the same thing with hiring. You make video trainings, you do whatever you need to do. You have it documented so you can show these people what they need to do. And then you just test them on it. It's easy. It's not always the most fun thing in the world, but it's business. Not every single thing is going to be fun, but hiring can be a real bottleneck, especially if you're not taking the time to build out your training modules and have a good system for them to actually learn. Because the easier it is for them to learn as well, the better time it is going to be for you. And then next up, I learned that you have to stop being an operator, which was a big thing for me because I'm a very hands-on person. I like to be creative and find different things in my business. But if you want to actually progress, you have to put systems together so someone else in the business can operate, or the system itself can operate, so that you can worry about finding the creative things that you can do in the business and finding more ways for it to make money. So those are the things that I've kind of learned so far through it. And then as we're on the way to 10 million, I'm going to just keep updating you guys on like, hey, these are the things that I learned. This is what you should do along the way. So hopefully it helps you guys out. And if you're one of the notaries that you're not even there yet, you're just like, look, I just want to make 5 to 10K a month in my notary business. Just remember, it's not about just taking random clients here and there. What it's really about is having a system. Like I beat that dead horse so much in this video, letting you guys know it's about having a system. So if you want to know exactly what I do, go ahead and click the link in the bio. There's going to be a free training breaking down what my system looked like, how I brought it to 7 figures, and I have live numbers there so you can see everything that you need to see for yourself. So go ahead and click that link in the bio. You guys will enjoy that. And make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.